down with me and read every word literally in English and in Russian to me, so that I could hear the melody in Russian, and then also she would translate every word and talk about etymology. And to me, that was the only way to do it, to be with someone really bilingual. And she's also a theater maker. My sister-in-law is Russian, and she's a native speaker. So I would go talk to her, and she's a nurse, a cardiac nurse, so she's not a theater person, but she could talk to me about, this is what it feels like when the light comes on in Moscow, when it's been dark for 6 months. And her whole being like transformed just talking about the spring light in Moscow. And she was the one who would tell me things about some phrases that had been really seemed enigmatic, even to Elise, that were really, what's the word? Not provincial, but just idiomatic in Russian. Is I'm dying to see productions of High School Three Sisters. And I'm still dying to see a production of this translation of Three Sisters with nothing in the set but a room full of flowers. Because Roshinnen says at one point, I'm so happy here. All my life what I've wanted is a room full of flowers. And I've always thought, when we see Chekhov, often there's so much stuff, and there's a samovar, and there's a corset, and we're so aware of it as a moneyed landscape and as an old landscape. And to me, what's beautiful about Three Sisters is much more timeless than that. I'm from the Midwest, and so to me, my Moscow was always New York. And so I would also love to see this play done in the Midwest, or, set in the Midwest. And I think the language of the translation is clean enough that it doesn't, it doesn't have to be in the 19th century, but it also doesn't have to be precisely now. So I'm interested to see different productions putting it in different places in time.